Hello and welcome to another episode of American English and Excellent English channel. My name is Ayub. Today we are going to talk about one of the most important topic, that is past simple. Once you attend the session, you'll be able to speak fluently in past simple without making any mistakes. So stay tuned, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel and hit the like button if you like the video, and share this video with your friends, family members and other people as well, because I'm on a mission to help as many people as I can, and I can only do this with your support. Alright, now let's jump right straight to the presentation. Now let's see what past simple is. Now the past simple, it's a tense in which you are going to talk about the finished action or activity. First of all, let us look at what are the main elements or the components of this tense. Now let us look at the auxiliary or helping verbs that we are going to use in past simple. Auxiliary verbs or helping verbs I've already covered the topic about verbs and types of verbs and their usage. And if you want to know more about verbs, you can, check my previous videos that I've already uploaded on the channel. And I'm going to share the link as well in the description, where you can click onto the link and it takes you directly to the video. Now just look at past simples, auxiliary or helping verb that we are going to use. The helping verbs that we are going to use here in this are was, were, and did. Alright, so these are the three helping verbs that we are going to deal with. Now the negative part of was, were, and did is was not or wasn't, were not or weren't, did not or didn't. Alright, so these are the negative form of these helping verbs. And when are we going to use these helping verbs? Well, it is very simple. We use these helping verbs to form questions, positive questions, and to form negative sentences, and also to form negative questions. We use these helping verbs. Without these helping verbs, we will not be able to make questions, and we will not be able to form negative sentences. You can understand it when I give you some examples about the past simple using these helping verbs. Now there are two helping verbs apart from did. You see was and were. When to use them? Now first of all, I think you must be aware of pronouns, and you can see my pronouns video in my previous. I have already covered that as well, and you can see that in my playlist. You can click onto that and you will be able to see what are pronouns and different types of pronouns and their usages and everything. Now let's talk about was and were. We use was and were actually here, you see that pronoun I. You can use was or were with it. Now with you, we, and they, you can use only were. Now for he or she or it, you can use only was. And only you use these helping verbs if you see that there is no main verb in the sentence. I can give you some examples so that you can understand it better. Like he dash very tall. Alright? Now we have to use a helping verb here in order to complete the sentence. He dash very tall. He is very tall or he was very tall. You can either use is or you can use was. Because we are talking about past simple, so we are going to choose was here. He was very tall. Alright? Without this helping verb, we'll not be able to understand in which tense that we are talking. Is it in present that we are talking, or is it in past we are talking? So he was very tall. Same way, you can use you very smart. You were very smart. You use were with you. And he was very smart when he was a child. You can say like that. You were very smart when you were a child. So likewise, you can make use of these helping verbs. Now, was and were, if there is no main verb, actually you see only the adjectives. You see the adjective, the sentence is ending with adjectives here. It is due to this, we don't have the main verb. These helping verbs are serving the purpose of telling the tense, in which tense that we are talking. Is it in the present or is it in the past that we are talking? So that's the reason we need these helping verbs. Alright, now about did. You may know this, that we use did for both, like it's a main verb as well as a helping verb. You can use it for both. It's a main verb, alright, and did as a helping verb also you can use. Alright, you can use both, did. But when to use did? When we have this already, then what is the point in having these two? Alright, or when we have these two, what is the point in having this helping verb? Well, I'll tell you the reason why we use did, because if there is a main verb in a sentence, then you don't need to use any helping verb with it. So for example, I'll give you some examples. Example 1, he went to Dubai on Thursday. Alright? He went to Dubai on Thursday. So he went. The word went is a past form of go. I think you are aware of these verbs. Go, went, gone. Alright, this is the past form, and this is the present form, and this is the past participle form. Alright, so he went to Dubai on Thursday. So went is the main verb. You don't have to use any helping verb here because the verb itself is taking care of both the things. It is talking about what kind of action is taking place, as well as it is talking about when or in which tense, is it in present or in past tense, the action is taking place. So it is talking about he went to Dubai means this action is finished. He went there to Dubai on Thursday. Alright, so it is talking about both that it is talking about what kind of action is taking place, as well as it is talking about when that action took place. Alright, now in order to make the negative or to make the question is when you are going to make use of did. Alright, so that's where the did is going to play its part. Now let's look at the example. Now the same thing, it is a sentence. You are giving out the information about it, about that person. Now let us look at how are you going to make questions or how are you going to form negative sentences with this sentence. Now if you want to say that he didn't go to Dubai, you can say that he didn't, or did not also you can say. It's a short form of it. He didn't go to Dubai on Thursday. Instead, he went on Saturday. Alright? If you see the sentence, you are saying that he didn't go to Dubai on Thursday. Thursday, he didn't go. He went to Dubai on Saturday. Alright? So didn't and he didn't go. It is whenever you make use of whenever you want to talk about any past tense or any past event, and there is a main verb. If the verb is already there, all right, you are not making a negative sentence, just that you are saying a positive sentence. You are going to use when there is a verb available for you, which is going to take care of both the things, the tense as well as the kind of action. But when it comes to saying that in negative, you have to say that that person did go, and then you're going to use the helping verb with the main verb. All right, so did is playing a part of the helping verb here. It is just talking about the tense, in which tense that you're talking. And there is a very important point I want you people to focus on. That is, I've used go after didn't. You must be wondering as to why this guy has used go there. Because when you use did as a helping verb, immediately the verb that follows did should be in the present form. Should not use it in the past form. You can't say that he didn't went to Dubai. This is wrong. You cannot use went with didn't or did. Alright? So you should be very careful when you are using did. So when you use did as a helping verb, the following verb should be in the present form. Alright? So that's the thing. And in order to make questions, you want to know when that event took place. So how are you going to make a question? You are going to ask him, when did he go to Dubai? Alright? See, you're using did here as a helping verb and go as the main verb. And as I told you, whenever you use did as a helping verb, you have to use the present form of the verb to complete the sentence. So when did he go to Dubai? So did is the helping verb and go is the main verb here in the sentence. So when did he go to Dubai? You can say that he went to Dubai on Saturday. Alright? So helping verb here did. And when are we using was and were and did? As I told you, was and were, if there is no main verb in the sentence, is when you are going to use was and were. Was and were as a helping verb. And if there is a main verb already there in the sentence, in order to make any negative sentences or to make some questions, you are going to use did. The examples which are here, you can say that he didn't go to Dubai on Thursday, instead he went on Saturday, so didn't. And in order to make a question, when did he go to Dubai? Because the sentence has the main verb went. Alright, now I can give you several other examples. Let us try to understand it. When you got it, let me give you the guideline. Alright, and you can understand it that way. I'll give you the guideline first, and then I'll give you a situation as well where you can relate it and we can form some sentences, questions, and we can do other activities as well, but simple. Now let us look at, I'll give you a situation here. Let me give you the guideline first. So we use past simple to talk about, any finished action or activity, or it can be an event, to talk about any finished action or an activity. Alright? Now, I'll give you some situations where you can, understand. Let me give you a situation, and that way we can, try to understand it, what is it telling us, what it is telling us. Now, Mozart was an Austrian musician and a composer. Alright? He lived from 1756 to 1791. He started composing at the age of 5. He wrote more than 600 pieces of music. He died at the age of, he died when he was 35 years old. Alright, now let's look at this situation and try to analyze and try to understand this. Mozart was an Austrian musician and a composer. He lived from 1756 to 1791. He started composing at the age of 5. He wrote more than 600 pieces of music. He died when he was 35 years old. Now you can see that what are the components or the elements that are making it past event. You see that the past form and the present form of this is. Alright? Mozart was. It is telling that it's like something that we are talking about the past event. Mozart is the name of a person. Mozart was an Austrian musician and a composer. Why is that we are using was here as a helping verb? Because you see that in the entire sentence you don't find any main verb in this. Due to this, we have to use was or were as a helping verb. So Mozart was an Austrian musician and a composer. Alright? He lived. Now the word lived is a past form. Lived, and lived. Past participle form is lived again. So he lived. So you see that because of the main verb already there, which is taking care of both the things, the present, the past event, as well as the kind of action that took place. So we don't need any helping verb here. He lived from 1756 to 1791. He started, again this is the main verb, started. He started composing at the age of 5. He wrote, written. So wrote more than 600 pieces of music. He died. He died when he was 35 years old. So what are the components that are making it past? Was, lived, started, died. Alright, so these are the tenses which are making it, these are the helping verbs as well as the main verbs which are making it past. Now, can you make these statements into negative form? Now let us look at how we can do it. Now, Mozart was an Austrian musician and composer, If you want to say that in a negative sentence, you can say Mozart was not an Austrian musician and a composer. See how simple it is. You just have to add not to the helping verb and it will become a negative statement. Mozart was not an Austrian musician and a composer. He lived from 1756 to 1791. Now here, how are you going to make this as a negative sentence? Well, you're absolutely right. You just have to use did here because the main verb is lived here. So you cannot use was or were because there is a verb in the sentence, and if you want to say a negative sentence, you have to use didn't or did not, he did not, and then you have to take this D out He didn't live. Alright, he didn't live. As I told you, whenever you use did as a helping verb, the following verb should be in the present form. He didn't live from 1756 to 1791. And now here, again the same thing, he didn't. And then you have to get rid of ed. He didn't start composing at the age of 5. He didn't, again here, he didn't write more than 600 pieces of music. He died. Here, if you want to change it to negative, you can say he didn't die. D-I-E. Died. He didn't die when he was 35 years old. It's that simple. Alright, now let us look at the same thing to make a positive questions. How are you going to make positive questions? Now we need to reverse the changes. Now let us come back to that. Mozart was an Austrian musician and composer. He lived, alright, from 1756 to 1791. He started composing at the age of 5. He wrote more than 600 pieces of music. He died when he was 45 years old. Now let us make a question. How are you going to make a question here? If you want to know, ask, where was Mozart from? So you can say that, where was Mozart from? Right? You can say, where was Mozart from? Or where was he from? And you can even ask, what was Mozart? If you want to ask, what was he? What was Mozart? Mozart was an Austrian musician and a composer. Alright? And then if you want to ask, so if you want to make a question of this, he lived from 1756 to 1791. How are you going to make a question? You can ask, I'm raising this because I do not have sufficient space available here. I'm a little worried if you'll be able to see it below or not. So for that purpose, I think it is better for me to raise here. Okay, let me raise it here. I hope you can see it. He wrote more than, okay, this is the one, right? Oh, no, sorry, this one. He lived from 1756 to 1791. So, when did he live? When did he live? Simple. When did he live? Because there is a main verb. That's the reason I'm using did. And if you want to ask a question like, when did he live? And when did he start? When did he start? And he wrote more than 600 pieces of music. You can say he wrote more than 600 pieces of music. Then how are you going to ask the question? You can ask, how many pieces of music did Mozart write? How many pieces of music did Mozart write? Alright? And then you can ask, he died when he was 35 years old. You can ask, when was he died? See? When was he died? Or when did he die? When did he die, or when was he died? Now this is a different setup or different set of question. Here you see that was and the past participle form of the verb. Or you may be like, you don't know, like, are you? I think you are getting confused about whether it is like a past form of the verb or the past participle form of the verb. I'll tell you, this is a past participle form of the verb that we are using, because whenever you use the past participle form of the verb, it needs to have a helping verb, without which you'll not be able to use it. So that's one condition. And I'm gonna mix, I'm gonna make one more video on past simple, wherein I'll give you the entire details. I've given you these many details like in this video, and in the next video I'm gonna tell you more things about past simple. There you can learn more about it, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. And what I request you people to do is kindly share this video with your friends, family members, and other people as well. And hit the like button if you like the video. And thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. Take care and bye for now.